once again, thank you for the shopping doctor in New York. Today we have another project, SE9180, Singer 9180. Now, you know, this one actually, I was here when the customer brought it in, and I mean, you know, it's frustrating. You know, oh, it's my Net SE9180. The machine does embroidery, and the customer was extremely happy. She actually said that this machine makes a very good stitch, but for some reason, something happened. She was stitching in something maybe too heavy, she said, and the actually foot bar on the machine crunched down, and it's so hard that I can't even move it. She said that it's not moving, and I tried, and you know, she wanted to show me how it goes up and down, but you have to kind of force it up, and if you do that, I will probably break that little plastic hand lifter, and I don't want to do that. Customer took it apart, she played with it, she tried to get it fixed, which is fine. She only tries a little bit and she says, hey, you know, something I can do, I'm gonna let it go. And I'm not happy for that, because sometimes they start taking things out, and you know, the problem is that they might lose something inside the machine that you cannot get. It's not something that breaks all the time, so we don't have the part. We call Singer, the Singer might not have it, but playing with the machine, it's actually fine. I recommend you to, before bring it into the shop, you know, if you see something that is not that hard, something, you know, try it. You should be fine. But, you know, in this case, the actually foot bar dropped. She can't go bring it up and down. She actually had to cut it, the actually hoop to take it out, because he couldn't get it out. That's how bad it was. So I'm going to go into it. Like I said, finger crossed that she did not took parts out and lose it, because that's going to be a problem. But I'm here, I'm going to look into the machine, see what's going on. You know, I'm trying to make it 100% perfect. Let's jump into it. Here's the machine. You know, see, I don't want to force it. You know, she tried to force it, but you could see that the actually foot barred right here, it's just about maybe 10 millimeters off the needle plate. No good. And this doesn't even move. Nothing. I don't want to force it because it could break. But, you know, I'm going to jump into it, see what is going on. You know, I will probably have to take everything off from here to get into the back, because I don't know what it is. So I'm going to take the machine apart, see what's happening, and I will show you. I want to show you how bad this is. Look. When I try to turn the needle, look at that. I can't even turn the needle. So, you know, I'll probably have to take the whole thing off, you know, and see what's going on. It's really bad. Whatever it is really bad. Look at this. The whole thing is going on. You know, this should be sitting here, and the needle should be, but nothing. Look, the needle doesn't pass beyond that. Oh man, this is crazy. I don't know. And I'm gonna start taking parts off. You know, I don't know if that's something that you should do, because you know, you have the synchronization of everything here, and that could be an issue. You know, I don't want to. But let me see what's going on, and then once I finish, I will try to take it out and maybe see exactly what caused it. But it could be that something got loose inside, it could be something dropped inside or something. Completely taking everything off from the machine. Well, I mean, all the covers and everything. You could see the machine now. This is the embroidery machine I'm working on, and I still can see nothing. Crazy. I thought this was gonna be open here, that I could see. Can't see nothing from here. Can't see nothing from here. Nothing from here yet. So the only thing I could see that this is, you know, see, it's not moving. It could be actually there was something wrong with the machine, you know, malfunction or something, and this is jammed up. But you know, it's not. I put oil on it, as you can see, it's a little greasy, but it's not moving at all. And if I force that, I will definitely break it. This is a plastic, you know, hand lifter, and I don't want to do that. So, you know, I thought taking the covers out would help me, but I don't know. I'm gonna look inside and see what's going on. You know, I'm gonna start now dismantling everything here and see if I find anything inside. There's nothing else, you know, and nothing else that I could see. I can't shoot through here, not from the back, not from the front. Crazy. Let me continue looking. See, here, look at this. This is completely bent. I'm going to make a clear video of it, but this could have probably caused the problem here. I have now finished adjusting this. I mean, putting everything back, because I think that disengaged because of this issue. I'm going to show you here, right here. This is the part that I took off, and this part here, you could see how this is all bent. You know, that should be nice and straight and flat going down, because that has to go through that channel, go up and down. So you could see that these got bent right here. So I don't know if these got hit with that and it got bent. I don't know if these jump out of place, because I have to put everything back together. As you can see, to put it back. What I did, actually attach the foot, and now, you know, I make it so that the foot goes up and down correctly. You see, it's working with the feed dog at the same time. So, you know, but I couldn't do anything without taking everything off. So, you know, it's not something that I could say, oh, this is a problem. No, I really don't know yet what happens. I don't know if these cause that to jump out or get that out of place, or that jump out and make these out of place. So I'm not sure, but you know, I gotta make this straight. I have now to adjust this. Now it's working fine. So I'm gonna adjust this one now, put it back together. You know, hopefully everything should be fine 100%. I don't think anything got lost. I don't think they really went into it. You know, they couldn't go into it because, you know, go inside, you saw how to everything else. So I'm gonna put everything back again. But first I'm gonna make this nice and straight, make sure it goes up and down correctly, and then we go from there. Okay, now I have finished everything. I just want to show you now. So this part that you're looking at here, that piece was bent. This part that you could see right behind here, this, all it does is just align the actually threaded. So when the needle all the way at the top position, you press this down, what does this makes this part turn and go into the hole. Right now, once I put the needle in there and I put everything in there, I will check, because this is the adjustment. Let's say when I press this down with the needle on, I will have to adjust the side of the pin for the thread that goes inside the needle hole and pull the thread out. So right now I'm just gonna leave it loose, but not loose, a little bit tight, so I can move it up and down, but I have to adjust it later. So this part, when I took everything off, these screws was on the back. So that long pin that goes here, that you can see here, goes up and down, was actually on that side here, and that probably got stuck with the lifter, and that caused the whole problem. So why that happened? Not sure. Why this part right here, you could see right there, that goes up and down right here, it got completely turned around. That screw was on the back, and that pin was getting stuck in here, so everything was jammed up. Now everything is free. You can see that the actually foot bar is working fine. Now the actually threader, automatic threader, it's good. So when the needle's all the way up, I could adjust it and it's turning fine. It's making the turn on the bottom. You can see that it makes a turn. All I have to do later is adjust it. But the problem was that this part was all the way turned around. How? I don't know. Did the customer did it? I don't think so. Did it get loose? Was it not completely tight from the beginning? It could be that it was a little bit loose and it just jammed up the whole machine. So I'm gonna put everything back together now. After I put the needle in and I check with the threading, then without the cover, I could go here and make sure I have the pin on the actually thread that goes through the needle, but I might have to bring it up or down a little bit, because that it's what makes that thread go inside the needle eye. So adjusting this, you bring it up and down. If you raise it up a little bit, you bring it up and down, and now until you get it to go perfectly into the needle hole. Okay, I'm gonna put everything back together. Hey there, this is the Singer SE9180 machine that has everything stuck inside that I make the video. Look at that, everything, it's perfect. The machine has now been completed. We're just waiting for the customer to come in, do some testing, and everything is fine. 100% back in working order. Great machine, just got it done, and you know, now everything is fine, and the machine is going back to work again. This is the Singer machine SE9180 that I was working on, that was completely stuck inside. Everything is working perfectly fine now, you can see. It's working perfectly fine. Everything is great. Everything is now being completed. Another happy customer. Okay, here's the machine. This is the Singer SE9180. You know, this is the one that the customer opened it up. You know, she was trying to get it fixed. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. One of them, either or, what it did, actually took that needle threader and it just bent and it went in backwards. So it got stuck, a big problem. But now the machine, I show you the video, everything is working 100%. Thank you for watching again, the Sewing Doctor. And like I said, if you have any questions, if you have any machine that is not working, you want me to make a video on it, just let me know. Put the comment below and I will definitely get you up and running with a new video. Thank you for watching the Sewing Doctor. Bye.